Hey everyone, it's Alex here, and today I want to talk to you about the top 5 reasons that I believe people fail in online business. So if you would like to hear more videos like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you'll get notified each time I release a new video, because there'll be lots more coming. Okay, so let's get straight into it. The number one reason that I believe people fail in online business is overwhelm. Now, in this digital age, we have access to pretty much all of the knowledge that we need. So knowledge is not the problem. All we need to do is go onto the internet, click a few buttons, and you can pretty much find the answer to anything. So if knowledge is not the problem, then what is? Well, I actually think it's because of the amount of knowledge that is out there, the amount of free information out there, that people get massively overwhelmed when they're looking to start a new path, such as building an online business. So many of the people I speak to through my work and like people who are interested in getting into this, the biggest thing that I hear over and over again is this lack of knowing how to actually start. You know, they've maybe been searching around the internet for a while. They've, signed up to all of these free lists and free videos, and they've got a bunch of ideas, they've got a bunch of information, but they're also getting overwhelmed because different people tell them different things. They don't know what order to do things in. They don't have a step-by-step plan or process to actually help them to get from scratch to a profitable online business. So number one, overwhelm. Okay, so that brings me nicely on to number 2, which is a reluctance to invest in any form of online business education. Now, this one is really interesting because we have this like standard idea that people go to school and then they do their A-levels or sixth form or whatever you call it, depending on where you live, and then go to university. And those people that go to university are more likely to get a good job. Okay, that may be true, but it's also true that you go to university, you spend thousands of pounds or dollars on years of education, and there is absolutely no guarantee of a job at the end of that. In fact, many people leave university and struggle to find work that they are qualified for, and often end up doing jobs that they are overqualified for, or go into a completely different field to the one that they did their training in. I know from my example, I went to university and my degree was absolutely nothing to do with the reason that I got my first job, and it was everything to do with like extracurricular work that I'd done, part-time work, that kind of thing. So my point here is that if you want to start an online business, unless you've done it before, then you probably need to learn some new skills. You probably need to invest in some form of education to learn those new skills. And the best way to do that is to invest in some online business education. So the step number 3, which also ties in quite nicely with step number 2, is a lack of mentors. So not having a mentor can massively delay your success, your progress, and really, again, kind of going back to step number 1, can leave you in a place of overwhelm. Now, the best advice I can give anybody who wants to start something new is to find somebody, and this could be anything, this doesn't even have to be online business, but if you want to try something new or do something you've never done before, then find someone who's already done that. Find somebody who's already created a successful online business and learn from them. The reason this is so powerful is because there's going to be hurdles along the way. There's going to be pitfalls. You're going to make mistakes like you would as as a baby learns to walk. They don't just stand up and walk. They fall over 100 times before they actually manage to stay up on their own. And having a mentor means that you can avoid a lot of those pitfalls. You can avoid a lot of the mistakes, because that person will hopefully be able to, they've been there, done that. They will be able to guide you through the process and give you advice on what to not do and what to do at the right time for you to create a successful online business. Step number 4, is that where we're at? Yeah. Step number 4 is being inconsistent. So again, this is something that I really like to tie in the analogy of like going to the gym here, because it's just the best example. So at January, the beginning of the year, after 2 weeks of kind of Christmas and New Year and sitting around on the sofa eating a lot of food, the gyms are packed in January because everybody's motivated. Everybody's ready to get started with their new year, new routine, and, feel good and feel healthy. And then by the time February comes, half of those people have stopped coming. They've stopped going to the gym. Now, if you think about it, who is going to get the results? The people who show up at the gym like every day, every month of the year, or, even if it's 4 or 5 times a week, the people that show up consistently versus someone who shows up for a couple of weeks and then doesn't go for a month and then shows up for another week and then doesn't go for another month and is completely inconsistent. We all know the answer. The person who goes regularly, who does the work regularly, is going to get the results. And it's exactly the same with online business. If you put in the consistent action and effort and learning the new skills and taking each step one stage at a time, there's absolutely every reason you will succeed. The only reason you won't succeed is if you're not consistent and you just end up giving up in the end. Okay, and that leads me on to my final step, step number 5, which is a big one, and this is lack of belief. So a lot of the time people don't believe that they can actually do this, So from a lot of the people that I coach and that I mentor in online business, there's often an internal struggle about whether they are the type of person that can actually do this for themselves. Now, I don't think we need to question in 2020 whether online business is real. I know in the past, people maybe doubted whether you could actually make money online, but I think it's pretty obvious now that that is a fact. You see it happening all the time, all over the place, and if you still don't believe that it's real, then just go and look, and you will find countless examples of people who earn their living online through online business. Now, so if it's possible, then the problem here is not that it isn't possible, it's whether it's possible for you and whether you believe you can do it. Now, I know that when I first discovered online business, it was completely new to me. I really didn't know anything about it. I wasn't very technical, and I really wondered whether I could do it. I looked at the people who had achieved success and I immediately thought to myself, well, there must be something special about them. There must be something that they've got that I haven't got. And it's completely natural to think that, but it is not true. And for me, as soon as I joined an online business community and I met people from all walks of life, all ages, all backgrounds, people all at different stages of their lives, and they were all building an online business that was different. It was different for them based on their interests, based on their values. And I saw these people making it happen, and I thought to myself, well, if they can do it, then surely so can I. What's so different between me and them? And I then went to some events and I met people face to face, and that was when it really like really sunk in, and I really started to get that belief for myself, because meeting these people face to face, many of them who were working full-time jobs, many of them who had children, many of them with lots of other responsibilities going on, and you know, a lack of time, and all of these things that could become a hurdle or an obstacle to getting started or to achieving success in online business. And they were making it happen, and they were making it happen by doing the things that I've already mentioned in this video. Okay, so let's have a quick recap of the top 5 reasons that I believe people fail in online business. Number 1, overwhelm. Number 2, reluctance to invest in yourself. Number 3, not having a mentor. Number 4, being inconsistent. And number 5, a lack of belief. If you would like to know more about starting an online business, if you'd like to be introduced to my mentors and the education that I use to get me started and join my community, then just have a look in the description box below and you'll see some links there that will help you get started. And if you've got any comments, if you've got questions, then please feel free to leave them. I'd love to know what you think of the video and what other things you think might be stopping people from being successful in online business. And I will see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.